Hello and welcome everyone to Her Story, story of courage and hope, where every voice shapes a legacy. My name is Dee and I am accompanied by my fellow hosts today.
Hey everyone, I'm Jazz. I'm really excited about today's discussion. We've got a lot of new information coming your way today.
Along with Jazz, of course, you have me, Jello. Can't wait to get into what we prepared for you guys here today.
And don't forget about me, it's Jet. What's up everyone? Happy to be here with the others today.
Of course, you guys can't forget about me, it's Ashi. Whether it's your first time listening in or not, we're glad you decided to tune in with us today.
And for today's story, iba to. Isipin mo, naka-red lipstick, may dalang barrel, tapos leader pa ng isang buong squad sa giyera.
I feel like I know who you're talking about. Is that Commander Liwayway?
That's right. Today we'll be covering the HERstory of Commander Liwayway. Now, you may be wondering, bakit siya? Why her? Well, Commander Liwayway was one who showed us that true courage isn't about fighting with guns. It's all about fighting with spirit, with heart, and of course, we won't forget her staple red lipstick.
That's right. Commander Liwayway proved that courage come in many forms and hers came with fierce spirit and a fearless heart. Kaya ngayon, samahan niyo kami as we uncover her inspiring journey and the legacy she left behind. Let's dive in.
Remedios Ginto Gomez Paraiso is her real name and she was born in 1919. She was born in Mexico, Pampanga and anak siya ni Basilio Gomez na dating vice mayor ng bayan.
She was known for something else. Mahilig siya sa fashion, gumagawa rin siya ng sarili niyang panibagong damit. And yes, sumasali rin siya sa local beauty pageants.
Exactly. But when the World War II came and Japan invaded the Philippines, everything changed.
Ayan, and ang tatay niya isa sa mga unang tumindig laban sa mga Hapon, right? And sadly, he was captured, tortured, and publicly executed. Imagine the trauma, but instead of hiding or fleeing away, Liwayway chose to fight.
Aside from that, she also joined the Hukbalagphap, the guerrilla group fighting against the Japanese near Mount Arayat. There, she was given the title Liwayway, meaning dawn, a symbol of hope and resistance.
At grabe, hindi lang siya basta miyembro, she climbed the rank fast. From nurse, naging squad leader. During the Battle of Kamanse, kahit pinaatras na sila, she held her ground.
My men and I stayed. We did not retreat. Yun yung sabi niya kay historian Vina Lanzon. By the time reinforcements came, we were very near to overcoming the Japanese. Ganun siya katapang.
And yes, she wore red lipstick and perfume in battle, not as vanity but as identity. Parang sinasabi niya, yes, I'm a woman, yes, I can lead, and yes, I will fight.
After the war, instead of press, dumaan pa siya sa isa pang laban, this time against injustice. Tinuring silang komunista. She was captured, lost her husband Kumanday Bani, and yet, she chose to live for her son. What a commendable mother.
She laid down her arms and helped him finish engineering. Sabi nga nila, she traded her guns for grocery baskets, but she never gave up the fight in her heart.
With her life story alone, she deserves the recognition that she has. She was a woman who feared nothing and stood courageously in battles. If we were to list why she matters, the list would go non-stop. But to be concise, she matters because of three things: womanhood, sacrifices, and justice.
Commander Liwayway matters kasi she showed us that being a woman and being a warrior is not opposites. She led ambushes, she made strategic decisions, she comforted soldiers, all while embracing who she was.
Part of womanhood was she broke gender norms long before we had hashtags. She fought injustice long before it was trendy. And she lived through war, widowhood, and motherhood with grace and fire.
Next is sacrifices. Her story isn't just about battle. It's about identity, survival, at pagmamahal sa bayan. She can choose not to be part of those battles and grieve for her father. But her determination got her to make sacrifices.
And lastly, justice. Her leadership in the Hukbalabhab symbolized the fight for equality, liberation, and fairness. She also advocates for the justice and rights of women in a patriarchal society.
Indeed, her legacy beyond the battlefield has inspired and made a change in our lives and in history. Commander Liwayway's story should not be forgotten as it matters because of womanhood, sacrifices, and justice.
Ayan, so what now? Paano natin siya maaalala? Well, it's simple, guys. It's simple, but it's powerful. I think we should launch a movement called Red Medios. It sounds nice. It sounds good, right? So, what is it about naman?
Every May 14, annually celebrated, separating the Commander Liwayway, we wear red lipsticks and red tops in her honor. Let's share her story, let's make her name trend not just online, but in our classrooms, communities, and consciousness.
Wow! As a woman myself, I love the idea because as a Commander Liwayway is known as the warrior who wore lipstick in gun battles. This educational event is not just about fashion, it's about fierce, fearless, feminine resistance.
You know, I agree with that, Jalu. Commander Liwayway didn't ask to be famous naman, right? But today, we owe it to her to make her known. She was more than a lipstick-wearing warrior. She was a fearless and intrepid lady commander who led her squadron to many successful battles against the Japanese occupiers.
In fact, launching Red Medias will also recognize her contribution as one of the highest-ranking female commanders of the anti-Japanese army. Hukbong Bayan Laban sa Hapon, or Hukbalahap, the woman who stood fearlessly in battles was not just a commander, she was a mother, leader, and a hero.
And of course, aside from the fact that this educational movement aims to recognize Commander Liwayway, this movement empowers Filipino youth and women to be courageous, to speak up, and to act of what is right and just, like the Commander Liwayway.
Again, this is such a wonderful education movement in honor of Commander Liwayway. And I hope everyone who tunes in this podcast will join this movement with us. So, are you coming? Handa na kami para sa inyo, guys. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in this podcast. Continue to be fearless and courageous. This is HERstory, stories of courage and hope, where every voice shapes a legacy. Again, I'm Dee, accompanied by my fellow host. Thank you so much, everyone, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of our podcast. Thank you!